If Pay come back to LA, he be in the sun a lot in Texas. Come back to LA, he gonna be just smart
What?
skin tone.
LA ain't got no sun.
Hey yo, what's up, y'all? Yes, Universe Podcast, episode 25. And yeah, we back at the little
Yo,
hiatus.
What's up? What's up? What's up, gang? You know, my hair looking good. We just came back from a meetup, gang meetup for New Year's. Had a good time.
That's a fact, bro. Yeah, we linked up for New Year's. We was out here in Atlanta, turned up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
Um, today we're gonna switch things up a little bit with the podcast. Gonna have a little fun talking about us instead of a bunch of topics about these punk ass celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah,
so the
They've
purpose
been dusty anyway.
facts. So the purpose of today's podcast, we're just gonna talk about entrepreneurship, starting businesses, and support. The difference between support from your friends, your family, and then strangers. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
yeah, so what's up with y'all though? It's good. I'm about to light up.
You know me. I'm having a good day. You already know.
We snowed in St. Louis, so I
Happy. I'm,
just
I'm
been at the
happy to have the
crib.
podcast back.
Yeah, man.
The podcast is back, full effect. It's litty. We have to take that little break though, but
Yeah, we had to get right though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like Pay is in the middle of work, trying to put out his album. I'm trying to put out this book. And that's a lot of what we gonna talk about today, cause this shit is tough, bro. This like, bro,
fuck.
making something from nothing is probably the hardest thing you could do, bro. Like, if y'all think 9 to 5 is too much work, then y'all might as well just jump off a fucking bridge because it don't get better.
Damn.
I'm dead ass. We gotta keep it real with these young niggas
It
because
don't get better and it don't make
I
sense.
be hearing too many niggas like, yo, I'm trying to start a business. I'm sick of my 9 to 5. I'm sick of working all day for nothing. I know
Yeah, for real.
you gonna work all day for nothing for a long time before shit pop off. And if you ain't got the stomach for that, don't. I tell people it's like gambling. If you ain't got the stomach to take L after L, do not gamble.
Right.
Yeah, no, for real though, because you're gonna hurt yourself. You're
Bad.
definitely
On the album, bro, because I've been listening to the album behind the scenes. I be getting to listen to the shit nobody else get to hear.
gonna.
Talk to
Shit.
us, hey, bro. Tell us what's going on, bro.
No, album is getting its finishing touches right now. You feel me?
Love, bro.
It's finna go crazy. It's definitely
So
finna
so
go
so tell me
crazy.
the process that tell me about the process that you had to make this album because we already know it's gonna be fire, but we want the fans to know. We need the
What the
fans to know what the fuck Pavy be thinking when you be writing your shit. Because me, I be like, what the fuck, Pavy, your shit fire. So I just want to know
man?
what be process? How you do it?
Shit. Most of this album right here, I wrote most of it at work. You feel me? I'll be at work, bro. Like, fuck this place, nigga. That's the motive of the album, nigga. Fuck where the fuck I work at. That's why that album is called Payday, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because, nigga, it's
Okay,
time. It's time for me to get it, nigga.
okay.
I'm over here doing all this bullshit, but I'm writing music the whole time I'm doing it. I don't know. I
Hey,
think that.
as I could tell, because you feel me, this music shit's a journey, and you just at the start of it. Because you better than half these big celebrity LA niggas. So just keep grinding.
Let me ask you a
Good looks,
question,
bro.
right?
Good looks, bro.
What about the process of putting out the album when the music is done? Because you know what, I be realizing now, like I be speaking to a lot of upcoming rappers, and for some reason, niggas be thinking I know more than what I know in the music industry because I might be related to somebody or know somebody, and I don't know shit.
Yeah,
I'll be real. Only thing I know is that my nigga Wally is, what I'm saying, he the man, he diamond producer. That's all I know about the music industry.
Mm.
yeah,
But what I say is this, bro. Like from what I peep, bro, you gotta fall in love with the grind, bro. Like I
Hmm.
noticed that all the great artists I fuck with, when they talk about coming up, bro, they smile when they talk about they struggle, bro. And like,
yeah, bro. Cause it's
Hey,
like,
Fabby,
nigga, I
quick
still
question:
did
Was
that shit. You feel me?
Fabby, was it like a
Still,
certain artist that like kind of made you want to start rapping, or like what was it?
nah. I got into music because my dad was a producer.
mm,
My
Okay,
dad, my dad produced um songs on Don't Be Cruel for Bobby Brown.
mm,
Classic
mm.
album.
You feel me?
Some shit
My
Wally was
dad.
dancing to in the club.
my
I
dad
was
worked with
young.
my dad worked with the Whispers.
Oh, that's my father. Yo, that's my father's favorite. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call old pops real quick. Look. That shit'll blow his mind. But keep going.
My dad played bass for Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and
Yeah,
Fire. That's a beast.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a young nigga, so you know.
Hey, pops, 1 second. I'm on a podcast, right? Do me a favor. Name your favorite band from back in the day. Your favorite. Like you can only listen to one of them. The Whispers, right? Yo, look, my man paid me, right? His father used to produce for them, and he was just talking about his father's track record. And I said, bro, that's my father's favorite shit. It's crazy. Look, my best friend was father producing music. You was dancing to his shit.
Yeah, facts. Him
Hey,
and my
hey, hey,
uncle.
tell old man Hardy I said
Oh,
hello,
they
sir.
said what's up the whole podcast. They said what's up, pops.
What's up, pops?
All right, I'm gonna hit you back. But I just thought that was crazy. All right, I'm gonna hit you back. I just thought that's crazy because my whole life, bro, my whole life, like
Listening to the Whispers.
Whispers, like nigga, I go front. I used to I heard the niggas so much in the Jackson 5 when I was a kid. I used to think the Jackson 5 was like new, like they was my age, like
Wow.
growing up together. I didn't realize that was the same Michael Jackson as that white nigga on TV.
Right.
Because by the time we came out, he was white.
Right.
Didn't get to see that.
I remember Thriller. I was like 6. I was like 5, 6, man. That shit was so big. Thriller was so fucking big.
Nigga,
But Dope Be Cool, I was like in 5th grade when Dope Be Cool came out.
I hated Thriller. I watched
What?
that
You're
shit.
fucking crazy.
No, I like
That's
the
the-
song.
Mhm.
I like the song.
Talking about the movie?
The music video.
You're scared.
The first time I was watching it, it was like I was 7 years old. It was late as fuck at night.
Oh yeah.
Dark as a motherfucker. I already thought Michael Jackson was a creep. Every time I heard about him, I always thought he was a creep. So at that time, I didn't know his skin complexion was black. So I was like, what the fuck is Michael Jackson doing? So then I'm looking at all the zombies and shit. I was scared as a motherfucker. I still can't watch that music video, and I'm 22. I'm not watching it.
What? Bro, I remember when Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Well,
That's when
it
we
was
started getting on them drugs, huh?
It was a Pepsi, right?
Yeah, Pepsi commercial.
wait.
Conspiracy? There's a conspiracy that he died in the Pepsi commercial. That they were
No, I don't know.
That was
I doubt it.
It's a conspiracy that after that Pepsi commercial, he was actually bald. Is that true?
Yeah. That wasn't a conspiracy. That was a fact. That
That's
was when he started wearing lace fronts.
That nigga's wearing lace fronts. That's crazy.
Hell yeah. Because they said when he died and they did the autopsy and shit, that first of all, he used to smoke cigarettes. He smoked Marlboro Lights and he smoked weed regularly.
Michael
And
Jackson.
hell yeah. And he was on the painkillers.
Hey, man, instead of coffee, he'd be like, hee hee.
And then he wore wigs. He said a cough and he go, hee hee.
Nah, nigga.
Man.
But nah, so your father inspired you to start making music, and how so? Was it something you just thought at and was like, bro, like, I'm not doing it? Like, what happened?
No, it was more like I would be in the studio with him all the time. We had a studio in the house. And then when I got older, it was like while I was getting older, bro, I would try different ways to like find my way into music. I tried to play dumb instruments, bro. I suck at instruments, nigga. Straight
True,
up.
I cannot, bro. No matter how, growing up, I had the guitar, I had the flute, I had all that shit. I can't do it. I could get the guitar. I could to this day I could play a couple notes, but
Only the closest thing I could do is drumming because I did drums in high school.
I did drums.
I could keep a constant rhythm on a drum set, but
the drums is actually fun.
Yeah, I knew how to play the fuck out the drums. I ain't
no,
gonna
you
lie.
didn't, Wally. Shut up.
Boy, I used to kill the set. You crazy as fuck.
It's crazy.
JT, get your
Wally
shit
is
lined
not
up.
Jason.
Shut the fuck up. Who's Jason?
You know
who Jason Goldberg is?
No, I don't know who Jason Goldberg is.
You do not know who Jason Goldberg is.
I could play the recorder.
Everybody could play in school. Nigga.
Everybody took up the recorder when it was in first grade.
You want to hear something? When I was a kid, I never played it though. I used to fake like I was playing it because everybody was on that shit. So it was like you could just blend.
I know the notes. It was C A C A B A. Hey, I know the recorders. Y'all know mine. But
Crazy thing. I used to know how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the down pretty cool.
Wally, shut the fuck up. Wally, you was probably playing It's Getting Hot in Here. That's the only thing you know how to play. So.
Hot cross buns. Nah, what you talking about?
You're made of corn.
Wally,
you know
Wally,
that? You're just made of you're made of
Wally,
corn.
you made of the Jersey era. Shut up. The best era.
Oh my
Stop
God.
looking to the side. Ain't nobody on your fucking side. Just look at the camera, man. Keep looking side to side.
You remember your first time recording?
Who, me or pay me?
Pay.
My first time ever being like in a studio recording, I was supposed to be trying to like record a song, but I did some dumb shit. I was like 12, 13, like I was young, bro. And I went to the studio. My Uncle Curb, rest in peace. He had a big ass studio in Burbank, nice as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They let me record, nigga, and I was just quoting Dave Chappelle in there.
Hey,
it is what it is.
You gotta get it how you live.
I just started quoting.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember my first bar I ever spit on a mic. This shit went like this. Look, it went, I got the heart to rob Kmart. I put the gat in the cart. Like
Hey,
that.
Bell. Hey, Bell. Show the podcast that picture.
Kmart on the Brooklyn, the Bronx. And you know, that was like this shit. You know, everybody used to steal from there. So the first thing I thought of is like, I got the heart to rob Kmart. Like that's what's up.
Put the gat in the cart.
Yeah. Gat in the cart.
I'm crying.
Yeah. But it was me and Slim. That was funny.
Hey, Bam, I was gonna say, show them the picture with you in the stove. Let them know we really rappers in this. we really rappers.
What would you say? You're so hilarious.
No, I was saying, but after that, the first song I recorded ever, it was this song I did with my bro. I'm not gonna say who it was, but he my nigga. But I never knew why this happened or whatever. I'm not saying he did anything malicious or anything, but he had me on this song, and then my verse was gone when he put the song on.
Oh, that sucks.
Your verse was what? Gone?
That was the first time I ever recorded. And then after that, I was trying to record it. Like after that, I wasn't really trying to, how would I say, rap like that, you feel me? And I ended up doing, what song? What did I do? I would just be writing, first of all, you feel me? Like that's what it started with. I started writing. After I wrote that that Drake shit, that's the first shit I ever wrote. Nigga, I know way too many people here right now that I wrote something to that. That was the first thing I ever wrote. For real. Like that was before I did the first recording, you feel me? Bottle, what I say? I'm an asshole. Fuck it. Wow, what I say? I think I have this shit written down somewhere. Nah, I don't. That was a long time ago.
Nigga gonna go to the house.
Nah, because I think I know it.
This shit.
I think I know it, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, we was really in the studio. That was back when we was really in the Bronx with it in the studio. All right.
80.
Keep looking to the side.
Oh, I know what I said now. This is the first verse I ever wrote.
Oh, see, you got it.
Hey, we don't own the rights to this music, but we own the rights to these lyrics.
Yeah, facts. The instrumental. You know, the intro was long as a motherfucker here. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it like it. Cause right now, it's say
Uh-huh.
you already know the vibes. Good shit, twins. Yeah. I'm an asshole, big shit spoken, making sure the lane on my core steady open. Big money pockets always stay fucking swollen. Chain look like it's made out of Chuck E. Cheese tokens. I shouldn't have smoked. Tell me how I'm getting home. Just took a bottle at 18, jump me to the dome. New shit show me how to get these bitches to give me dome. Nappy bitches, someone give me a fucking comb, pointing haters out, alfalfa on these niggas. All I need is what I say, all crazy. What I say,
Nigga went
pointing
crazy.
haters out, alfalfa on these niggas. All I need is an alien with a glowing finger. I tell her that I love her, and then I let her linger, and then I drop the bitch like oops butterfingers. I had a bad bitch, and she was just like me. I love the attitude, and we had the same Nikes. I would say that I want to do the right thing like Spike Lee, but that's too predictable for me to be writing this year. That was the first thing I ever wrote, nigga. Yeah, I know that shit by heart. I wrote that shit in Job Corps. I was 17 years old.
Damn, nigga, that song came out that old ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I was
Wait,
like,
what year was that? What year was
Time
that?
fucking flies, bro.
Yeah,
What year
bro.
was that?
That was in 2010. That was May 2010. This instrumental got on the internet.
Yo, I was just graduating 5th grade. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Said 2008,
No, that
2010.
the no, I don't.
2010.
What year did that song come
Dang.
out? Hold on. That song came out before it's 2010.
that probably yeah, that was like 2010 though.
If it was 2009,
Oh, it came out 2010.
That's crazy.
Yo, that shit.
that shit's 12 years old. That
March
Yeah,
9th.
man. Time fucking flies, man. Fuck.
damn.
That shit, time gets
You know
faster
what's
the
so
older you
crazy?
get.
It's like when niggas talk about 2012 and shit, it's like to me, that was such a weird time in hip hop. Like not in a bad way, but it
That
was
was
like,
the best time.
but you gotta understand because you don't remember much of hip hop before you young. Like hip hop was changing so rapidly, but it was good. You know, he understand what I'm saying. Like it was a period where you could have like Fabulous on the charts, and then Chief Keef came out. It was like it was hard.
That's
Loved
why I said 2012 was the best. His
it.
Keith came out and
Me,
changed.
2012 was a big year because I just got out the military. I got out May 1st, 2012, nigga. And it was like, I just got back to the world. I moved back to the Bronx and it was on and popping. I was like, yo, where the Bloods at? They was like, we YG, nigga. I said, what? It was crazy times, bro. And look, that's why Chief Keef was so crazy because it's like, you listen to that shit and then you go outside and these niggas really living like that. 100 niggas.
I miss them days. Bam, you don't know how much he keep like impacted. Like his music changed the nigga life. Like
you know, I was talking to Bills last week, but he was on the phone with Shasha earlier. And I just be thinking about that. That ever remind me of hanging out with that nigga all day. That shit was a fun time.
Wally,
What's up?
what would you say about that era? Because you lived through every era of hip hop. You lived
No,
through
fuck, I didn't, man. Why you keep saying that shit?
you lived through
Hip hop was born in '73. I didn't
listen.
even listen to hip hop until I
Listen,
was
Wally. I'm saying
6.
this. You
Like,
lived through the death row era.
that's not every era though. But I
Biggie,
feel you. I love that Row era. Biggie, yeah,
you act like you didn't see West Side Connection.
of course,
You seen fucking Eminem. You
of
seen
course,
Jay-Z. You
of
seen
course,
Nas. You
of
seen
course.
Young Boy. You seen all the top
You
rappers.
see, young from Nas to Young Boy. I love
Right.
So I was
Fuck everything in between.
it. You see,
No, I mean, what you asking me now?
I'm saying you seen every like Which generation would you say was the best? Because you seen
The
a
one, the
lot
one
of the
Jay
good
Z, man.
generations.
The one I ain't gonna lie, dude. I'm not just saying this shit, man. Jay Z's like the peak. Like I have yet to see an artist
As good as him,
as good as and consistent as Jay Z.
I go for my favorite ever in hip hop. If my age is like that, 2002 to 2007, like, because I
Mine
felt
would,
like back then you had the fun songs like Lil Jon and shit.
Mm-hmm.
This was still spitting, bro. Like you would just hear some crazy mixtapes that would come out, bro. I remember taking the train, bro. Like I had my little CD player, and I would get the DJ Clue mixtape, like 32 songs,
Hell
and
yeah.
eat, bro. Like just hearing like the lock spit over a Tupac beat, and
Mm-hmm.
just crazy shit, bro. And you know, a lot of those songs, you'll be hard to find now. You know, because nowadays everything got to be copywritten and shit. That shit was just the hood. My favorite
Because
shit though, I'm gonna be real. When I was younger, my favorite mixtape song ever was the "Keeping It Gangsta" remix. When they had the Locks, they had Fabulous, they had I don't even know half the niggas that was on that shit, bro. But
hey,
that,
hey, quick question. Quick question.
that was
I
the
was talking. I was talking to my pops today, music. Like me and my pops was talking today about music and shit. He was telling me like Jadakiss is very slept on,
oh
and
he is.
very.
I'm like, cause
Let me
he
tell you,
said
right? I was talking about
wait, let me finish. Let me finish. He said anything Jadakiss dropped was sweet NBA YoungBoy. I said, pops, you might get into your old head shit, but it wouldn't. Jadakiss is fire, but then he was like, you might sleep on him too much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
let me tell you, right? Your pops got a point. I was talking to my brother, right? My Jay-Z is like the greatest rapper that New York has ever made, aside from probably Biggie. I think New York's favorite rapper was always Jadakiss. And what I mean
Mm-hmm.
by that is like when I was growing up, you ask niggas who's their top 5 rapper, like Jadakiss would be number 1 more than Jay-Z to the
Mm-hmm.
kids, like young, you know. And it was something about Jadakiss because he dropped a lot of mixtape. You see how in the battle he did mixtape songs that for a lot of people was their first time hearing it, but it was just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Like, nah, Jada, I'm gonna tell you the difference between Jada and NBA YoungBoy. Jada was in a group. So I feel like Jada sacrificed a lot of his personal career for the success of the Locks. You get what I'm saying? And then he had D
yeah.
Block extension, where they had like
Mm-hmm.
2 homies would, rap on them, rap with them and shit. And that was fire. Them D Block shit, nigga. Like they was he said, now that I'm locked up, I rep 2 sets, so I'm a ride or die and stay D blocked up. Like, oh man. Like, another nigga who really slept on is Styles P. Like Styles P is super slept on, bro. Like, he as a writer,
Yeah.
he's too he's such a good storyteller. Um
What
his
was the
name
third one's name?
Sheik Luch.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Sheik Luch is like he nice. I like Sheik Luch's voice, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't as good as a rapper as the
He
others.
wasn't snapping though, but he was like he
I remember he said, "Shut the fuck up before I blast and ban from TV your ass with no mask about the camera." Like what? Yeah, I did it. Like them sick white boys who co-committed. Like I was like, "Oh, this nigga crazy." Like, but
stop. They was talking about Rick Ross and that I think I'm Big Meech, Larry
Hey,
Hoover.
Bam,
That joint
speaking
when he put Styles P on that shit, that was like that was such a gangsta ass move.
speaking of Rick
That was
Ross,
so random.
speaking of Rick Ross, he deserves the recognition that he needs. Rick Ross was a fucking legend. Y'all niggas sleep on Rick Ross.
you know what?
Nah, man. He's the
It's like
boss.
niggas fuck with Rick Ross. I
Hell
think,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think Rick Ross for a long time he's one of the best club rappers. Like his
See,
shit, and he know how to rap. So it's like he got club bangers where it got lyrics in it. That's
right.
that's unique. And Rick Ross was on some of the biggest hits of that period. His period, like Jay-Z, all of them fuck with Rick Ross, bro.
Like
And
respect.
I would like to see him and Jeezy do a versus. I think that would have been better. I think
Hey,
that
I'm
would have
not gonna lie. I'm thankful for you.
Mhm.
Bam, I'm thankful for you and Wally because I always knew Jay-Z had hits, but boy, let me tell y'all, that night we had that fucking that versus
Versus.
battle.
Yeah.
I did not know Jay-Z had that many hits and was on that many songs.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
he was
like,
on way
what the
more than that.
Nah, he
no?
says, have you ever been on Video Music Box? Like, she trying to play you, Ralph McDaniels. Nah. I like the 80s and 90s, right? Ralph McDaniels.
Shut the fuck up.
Hell yeah, the box. Hell yeah.
Yo, Jay-Z.
Have I ever been like? Have I ever watched it? Hell yeah, man. The box used to be the shit.
That was a dope ever. You know, it was a dope.
Damn right.
What's the nigga name? The Bobito, a stretching Bobito show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a college radio show. That, like, imagine two college radio niggas. They somehow get the best up and coming New York rappers and rappers from around the world to freestyle on their shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard. See, that's one thing that's missing today because everything is so commercialized. Like, as soon as someone starts blowing up, Complex and them will get their hands on it, put too much lights in that motherfucker.
Mm.
Shit, corny.
So rap is two things, right? There's persona, which is usually the number one driving force of it all, and then there's the actual content, the lyrics, the content maker, which is the lyrics, the beats, blah blah blah. So when your dad was like, Jadakiss is better than YoungBoy, YoungBoy beat Jadakiss as far as persona, and that's probably why YoungBoy, you would look at YoungBoy like, yeah, YoungBoy's better than Jada, right? No, yeah, there's no way YoungBoy's lyrics and content can stand to Jada's. Jada he has bars and wordplay, and see, it's a lot to like. Every time I listen to Jada's shit, there's something new I'm discovering that I didn't catch from before. Believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? It's not. It's that type of rap music.
You got me on that because with YoungBoy, I can't say that, but you got me on that. You got me.
That's what I'm saying. It's the persona.
Let me tell you, that's another thing I love about Jay-Z, right? So it's like I've definitely been listening to Jay-Z for about 20 plus years now, for real.
Mm,
Definitely my favorite rapper. I think he's the greatest rapper to ever do it.
hell yeah.
But when I listen to certain shit, like when I listen to Reasonable Doubt at 30, it's certain shit he say, like I understood it, but now it just hits different.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, even so, I be discovering new shit sometimes. And he say it's so crazy, even to this day. Like I might be listening to it. Like when we was doing the battle, I was like, oh shit, Jay, that's what he really meant. That, like, because you was like, you gotta live life, nigga. Like,
right.
Hey, cause man, I'm not gonna lie. When I first told Wally, like, hey, bro, I'm gonna need you for a battle. We gotta pick an artist because they said Wayne, they said Drake. I was like, Wally, we going with Wayne. He was like, bro, trust me, Jay-Z is gonna wash Drake. I was like,
Wash.
Wally, shut the fuck up, nigga. Drake catalog, he might be the top 3 ever, but he's not up there with Jay-Z. I'm sorry. That versus battle, that versus battle let me.
No, but see, to be honest, JT, if we had Drake and they had Jay-Z, we still would have won. It was our song selection.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you,
bro.
the way versus works,
I
we would
might
have won
troll
that
a lot
shit.
and be like, YoungBoy better than Jay-Z, but Jay-Z is a fucking goat when I'm serious. Jay-Z is that nigga. Yeah, I can get bored from him because that's not my era. That's your era. But Jay-Z is that nigga.
Without saying like too much, like I ain't gonna lie, like when I used to listen to, so my cousin in DC used to have this girlfriend back in the day, right? And she used to drive us to school. We used to live in Harlem at this time still. So it was like 96, 97. No, matter of fact, we had just moved to the Bronx, so it was like 98. And she used to drive us to school. And I remember her playing Hard Knock Life by Jay-Z every day, right? Like I'm talking about every day. And it was the first album where I memorized the deep tracks, like the songs that wasn't on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
The album cuts, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember that If I Should Die, all them crazy songs. And I that was the first time I honestly could say like I fell in love with just a rapper's music. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, I gotta hit then later that, like maybe it was that summer. That's when that dun dun dun.
Yeah,
Lights
the
out.
Jigga.
Yeah,
And then he
Jigga.
did the what's it called?
All that shit was
10
just
a.m. We going
to
1
the
a.m. We
club.
gonna
Hey,
do it
Bell,
again.
when did Jay
We
drop
gonna
It's
do
a
it
Hard
again.
Not Life?
That was that
for
album.
us?
The one I said when she used to take us to school every day, right? It was that album. That was like, yo, and it was so crazy because it was like, Annie at the time, right? Like we used to still watch Annie.
Right.
The one, we didn't watch the remake. We still watch the original one. Everybody, So that was like I knew the song, so it was cool because it was like I could memorize. You could sing it along. It had kids, and I just, I was a kid, and I remember I remember I was a kid. I was only 8 years old. And he had the little girl in the video. Remember that he was, and I used to think she was the cutest little joint. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, I used to want to watch the video just to see Shorty. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then just the nigga, it was just dope. He was rapping to the kids, right? And then he's saying real shit. And I was like, oh, damn. But then you got like, I don't know, the condition of the environment. I guess like growing up in the 90s, it was rougher than it is today. Because it was more violent and the city was a little uglier.
His first number one hit though was that "Can I Get a Fuck You" with Ja Rule.
And get no. Yeah, can I get it?
That was the shit.
That was shit. And
that was on Rush Hour.
Yo, the nigga Jay was crazy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's interesting because the topic of today, we're gonna get back to it. Yo, Pay, you there? I hit him up in a few. But get back to the topic is about like basically like starting something, and like Jay-Z famously, he couldn't get a record deal. I think people didn't really see the vision, and he was older. You know what I'm saying? Like he dropped his first album, he was 27. You gotta think about Nas dropped his first album at 20. You see what I'm saying? So it's a whole like
Nas changed Jay-Z. Nas changed Jay-Z.
Everybody.
Flow.
Jesus. Yeah, that album Nas dropped changed the world. Really changed.
Hell yeah.
Because it brought lyrics back. I think people think like hip hop is just progressively lyrical, getting better, and then all of a sudden in the 2000s it stopped getting lyrical. But there was a point in like early hip hop where it was a lot of like with like Biggie would talk about Kwame and the polka dots and just the Vanilla Ice, the MC Hammer. Things got real pop, and then even though gangster rap was parallel to that on the West Coast, for the most part, East Coast, even if you go like for example, right? Go watch New Jack City. You ever see that? Go watch Paid in Full.
Of course.
Right? New Jack City, when they go in the club, they not listening to hardcore hip hop. But they listen.
They was listening to that New Jack Swing joint.
And New Jazz shit. That's what the East Coast was rocking with. So first, if people understand, first is Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang hit first. Boom. They like, oh shit, New York is gritty. Cause see, like while New York was going, New York is interesting, right? Because while it was going through like the dope era, all the music was love music. But then while it's going through the crack era, it wasn't really reflecting the music until like the early 90s. Because being a crack dealer wasn't really like a positive thing in the 80s. Like, still got looked down upon, But by the 90s, I was like, they was making so much money, nobody's looking down upon them no more. It's like the only niggas with money in the neighborhood. So like when Nas hit, Nas is like the Bible. His Illmatic shit, right? It really is. It's like the Bible of growing up in New York in the 80s and 90s. Of just that first track, that New York State of Mind, where he's like, he talk about, running through the hallway, pulling out the gun, shooting, but the shit jam. And it was like, you ever heard that shit, JT?
JT.
I'm right here.
You ever heard New York State of Mind by Nas?
I think so. I might have heard it when I was younger, but I'm young. I'm young as a motherfucker. But
yeah,
I was gonna ask you, man. You already know me. I'm a West Coast nigga.
Bro, that nigga said, look, he said it's like the game ain't the same. Got younger niggas pulling the triggers, bringing fame to their name and claims of corners. Shorties without guns upon us in broad daylight. Stick up kids, they run up on us. Like he was just talking like regular life in the projects. It wasn't. See, that was the dope thing about Illmatic. It wasn't flashy. It was not one flashy song about how much money he had. It was just like, this is my life. I'm a 16-year-old kid in the projects. I'm going through shootouts. My best friend just got killed, Ill Will. We selling crack every day, and if I don't make it in this rap shit, I'm going to die. And that's Illmatic. Like, bro, that shit. And really, you know, so crazy. The first time I really got into Illmatic was 2001 when my brother, 2001, 2002, my brother first got locked up. My brother gets sent to Rikers Island, and now it's like you Rikers Island. We got to send him music. You can't get CDs because you could turn the CDs into razors and cut people, right?
Right.
So we started to send the nigga tapes. You know what I'm saying? So it used to be this spot in like Westchester, this spot called Portchester, New York, called Coconuts. You could go over. I used to take my mom to drive me up there like 25.
I've been there.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well,
that shit. Do you know who Rozelle is from The Roots?
Of course.
Me and his son grew up together.
He's from The Roots? I didn't know he was in The Roots.
He did the beatboxing for The Roots from time to time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know Rozelle.
Yeah, Rozelle, me and his son was real close, you know, real close. His son used to rap, and you know, I loved rap, and I thought his son was dope as fuck. And I ain't gonna front. It was like I was like a fan and a friend, but not like a weird fan. But I was just like, I wanted to go to the studio. I wanted to see like, cause he was way better than everybody my age, Rozelle Jr. So
right.
It was like, damn, Pesh, get up here, man. Come on, man. You gotta have this conversation with us, nigga.
Who's that?
That's what you call time. They don't make. I don't like that one. That's what you call time. So deleted my comment. Oh, somebody deleted your comment. Oh shit, fucked up. But look, that's Pesci. So I said, my brother, he gave me a list of shit to go buy for him. Right? Is Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt, a Core Mega album. Like you niggas don't even know Core Mega. Like that's crazy shit. So that's Queens for real. Pesci know what the fuck I'm talking about. So boom. I buy all these shit for my brother, but then he's like, yo, buy the CD version so when I come home, I just have them.
Right.
So I'm like trying to wait for him to come home, but that shit like 8 months. So I'm like, fuck that. I start opening up the CDs. First joint I played was Nas. And I ain't even gonna lie, for some reason, I skipped to the middle of the album. And the first joint I heard was Halftime. And when he said, you couldn't catch me in the streets without a ton of reefer, that's like Malcolm X catching the jungle fever. I just replayed the whole song. I was like, what the fuck? Well, I couldn't even imagine Malcolm X fucking a white bitch.
Right.
It never. That's why them niggas are titans, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Them niggas is like, they're titans.
Yeah, but see, like you listen to rap for the content, and you know what I'm saying. JT is like persona. He's following the persona. You know what I'm saying. And then that's where we go back to pay. Pay is a balance of both.
Wally, can you tell me how? Can you tell me how I follow the persona?
You said what? What did you say, JT?
He left out real quick. I think his shit went out.
Oh. Once Pay catches, like he starts getting his first joint that's like really hidden, like where it's like
catching traction.
People are using it for commerce and shit like that. It's gonna grow from there. Same thing with Kanye West. Like back in the day, Kanye was mad awkward. His raps was fucking simple as shit. If you hear the first joint he did with Jay-Z over that Tim beat, that shit was like fucking 5th grade status. No lie. Like that wasn't no lyrics. That wasn't the top 5 Dead or Alive. That's not the top 10 Dead or Alive that we know.
Cockstar. Girls call me Cockstar.
Yeah. That shit was mad simple.
We mobsters.
Mobstars.
Even say you're a monster. Yeah, that's how I feel. To be dead, you must appeal. To the T, we rated ROCOG. Bobby Johnson car. They say Ray is that your car.
Right.
know who you are. Did Takeover. Do you got beef with Nas? Or did take then he had Nas on the next album. He had Nas on the second album. That's what the thing with Kanye. I ain't gonna front. That's when I knew Kanye was powerful on a different level. Because that was at the height of Jay-Z and Nas. Like they still wasn't fucking with each other in 05. And bro, when he had that nigga on We Major, that was big for us, nigga. Like
I'm gonna say it like,
Yeah, man.
I'm
What's up?
team Nas. Nas killed them in the beef.
Oh man, you bugging, you bugging. You gotta hear Blueprint 2. Jay-Z said nothing but truth on that album. Oh, nothing but truth on that song, Blueprint 2. And he
Hey,
murdered
what's
Nas.
that?
Is that you, Raleigh?
No, what happened?
It's like a little feedback.
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me go on mute and see if it's me.
Now you doing that? Well, yeah, I think it is you. It's like moving. It's movement. That's what it is, Wally. But JT, come back on mute.
Oh no, I'm just making sure because you know
Oh, it's
how
JT.
you know how my
Hey,
phone be
good.
tripping. And I'm just trying to
Yeah,
make
that
sure.
was me.
Damn, my bad, Wally, for the accusations.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back on mute because I didn't put my phone on the charger.
Damn, nigga, what's going on, bro? You gotta get that 13, bro. But yeah, nah, that was like a that's what the thing about hip hop that makes it quite unique in music is that how competitive it is, how gritty it is, how it just has that ties to the street. Nigga, see your little brother Jungle was guarding me. But
Right.
yeah, and just that it's so much stakes, right? Like I feel like hip hop, that's why it's so violent because we really like come from real poverty and shit. And then glorifying poverty glorifying like violence and sexuality, it brings you quick riches, you know? It's like the niggas who don't like the New York drill niggas. It's like, but how could you blame them when you had niggas who've been rapping on some real shit for 20 years and nobody play them on the radio? And then K Flock dropped one mixtape and he's everywhere.
Right.
You get what I'm
K
saying?
Flock shit go hard. I did not really listen to K Flock until y'all put me on.
Pop Smoke, motherfucker, like he ain't struggle. He was already 20 years old. He was already the biggest rapper in New York.
Right.
And it's because like the content is gangster. Yo, yeah, the Game was hard too. Game first couple albums was just like legendary to him.
Game's skills are crazy.
I mean, he dropped 300 bars. That shit was like a
yeah, that was bananas. Like that's bananas. No, I fuck with the Game for sure. Game got mad because he wasn't considered the top 20 rappers ever.
Well, he not a top 20 rapper ever, but that don't mean anything bad. It's just that rap is now 50 years old. Like next year, 1972, some say 1973.
Game is for sure top 10 at LA, not top 15. Top 10.
Game probably top. See, he top 10 out of LA for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But motherfucking top 20 ever. I mean, honestly, dude, he up there with him and Kendrick are the dopest. I mean, there's people like Razkaz and them, but really him and Kendrick, the dopest lyricists ever out of LA. I can't think of anybody doper than them.
Kendrick is their best rapper ever, bro.
Ever?
Mm-hmm. Because he got everything. Like, if he was from New York, he'd be like the second or third best rapper ever. Like, it'd be him, it'd be Jay, Biggie, and Kendrick. Like, he's that good. Like, he really is. It's sad that he don't put out as much music because it allows for people to forget. But I also knows that when Kendrick comes back out, he like takes over the game for 12 months straight.
Kendrick is just amazing. I can't even argue with you on that.
I just hate the fact that he don't put out as much music, but I think
I'm gonna say his persona isn't so. West Coast was big time persona driven too. You think about Snoop, you think about Ice Cube, you think about those people. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think about the West Coast, you know. And then you got Game, where he was a mixture of persona and like skills for real. Yeah, you know, Kendrick is more skills than persona. You know what I mean? Because he was like the quiet kid in the hood.
But you know what I think?
Stayed out the way.
He's one of those type of people that him being distant helps in a weird way, right? Because it has this like a lore of mystery. And it works more for him than it does for J. Cole. And I think the reason is because Kendrick, like, he's not afraid of confrontation. So he's like a rapper's rapper too. So as much as like he might be low key,
Mm-hmm.
he'll come at you and try to destroy your career if you
Right.
Chaser said Mac 10 was all persona. Yeah, Mac 10 was persona.
But Mac 10 was, he's the one that got Cash Money on their gangster shit. He's the one that got Lil Wayne calling himself a blood.
The West Coast got the music that actually defines them opposed to other coasts. Yeah, like one thing I do like about the West Coast rappers, they're really unapologetically West Coast. Like if you listen to like what's going on right now, where almost everybody's doing drill, then even at one point New York caved and started making music that has auto tune and more southern beats. West Coast is still like they don't give a fuck. Like if you listen to BG Perico and all them niggas sound like West Coast niggas with West Coast beats, and even YG. Like I listened to a YG song earlier, I'm like, this is some West Coast shit, because like they got Mexican songs like Loco and shit like that. That nigga YG is very interesting. Now YG is another rapper that's fire. He's a lot of persona, but he actually really talented. Like,
Right.
I fuck with YG.
Right.
My son. Yeah. JT come back. Pay me to be back in the field. I just texted him. Yeah, one call that came through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, rap is more than just a genre of music. It's an actual medium. That's why it's never gonna die. People get information from rappers. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the right information or not is a whole other thing, but that's the difference between rock and roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They got like these niggas who look like 2 Chainz and DJ Khaled, but they some other niggas. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm just vibing, but just getting back to I guess the topic so JT get back. Oh man, it's a real interesting year so far, especially personally. Like I'm working, the book, like I once I wrote the book and took some time off from it, I was taking a lot of time to read just things that kind of like I thought would like validate my book. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Start making my mind start challenging some of even the ideas that I was comfortable with. What's good, Pay? So I'm just trying to work on tweaking it a little bit, so I could put out a book that's just more complete. You know what I'm saying? And try to, oh, T. Woo? Yeah, I heard. What happened with that Nas Blicky nigga?
Who's that?
He some Brooklyn rapper. Oh yeah. Now the book could be out this month, man. Like, but like, so I be thinking about a lot what's going on in the world today, and it's like, it's so much shit happening fast, and then a lot of this shit, bro, like you don't even know what to believe. So,
Right.
like niggas is you can't hear.
You said what?
Nah, his shit he couldn't hear. I'm about to find it.
Yeah, my shit coming off my earpiece, not my speaker.
Got hit up 3 times in the hospital. Gotta be low niggas on his head. Brooklyn's on fire. I can imagine. They gotta relax, homes. I gotta get me some motherfucking bag. Like that. The Turkey Hill. Peach tea. Over here giving out free sponsorships.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to make some Indian food tomorrow.
What you making?
That butter chicken.
Oh man,
It's the best.
I ordered a chicken tiki masala
There you
from HelloFresh.
What's up, Payne? Welcome back to the stream, sir.
Yo,
Hold on, I'll be back, y'all.
All right.
yeah, bro.
That's good, James.
Yo.
Gotta be starting something.
My bad.
Yo, no funny. All right. I had to handle some
Oh no, most definitely.
personal business. I'm back though.
Most definitely. Nah, but you know, one thing I was talking about the book. One thing I did notice about the book is that when you put out products, you're gonna get support in places you don't know.
Yeah, most definitely.
And that's the way I wanted to talk about tonight, really just about support, right? Because I'm starting to understand what it really means to be somebody who produces, because there's a difference between a dreamer and a producer. Like, I know a million niggas who tell me every time I talk about my book with somebody tell me about a book they've been writing or they're gonna write. And I respect it, but it's like, bro, it's nothing like putting your shit out. That's why when I started reading my book over, because I'm about to put it out, I was like, yo, nah, I gotta get this shit right. Because you put out a product to people, you gotta put out the best product. You'll never get a second chance.
Yeah, most definitely. It's clip after.
But it's good to test your shit out, because even a flop, you learn more from a flop than nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, I sell 100 books. That's not a flop for me.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it.
Bro, no funny. That's how I be telling people. I always tell people, bro, that do shit like, yo, you gotta push it out. You gotta push it out, even if you're not confident in it. Because
I was telling Shot that earlier, right? Because I was telling him about when Kanye put out his album, right? And they took it back off and he put it back out with some new tracks and shit. And I was like, Kanye is the type of artist that he got to the point where he's so perfected music that he might listen to songs from like 2003, 2005 and be like, damn, I would change this, I would change that. So Shaw was like, so what you mean to tell me? Like, should I just like master? I said, no. You're not there. You got to push it out. You got to know. See, Kanye put on so much, you know what I mean? Niggas was calling Kanye corny. Niggas in his own crew was like, he like, what you think about that, Jay? Jay was like, all right.
sorry.
Saying shit. I like that ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then it gets to the point, bro. It's like you don't get there without putting shit out, bro. Now, if I get advice, anything, whether it's music, whether it's fucking a filmmaker.
Yeah, I hear you.
Or JT, what you on, nigga? Your mic is okay, man. Come back to the podcast.
Oh, my mic is good now.
Yeah, oh, dog, I forgot to get a fucking lighter from the living room. Oh, shout out to the music. Yeah, this nigga trying to get on his shit, you know. So it's like I've been going to the studio with him, trying to coach him. I feel like that's what I coach. Like, you know how the boxers have.
Is Shy? Is he gonna be like a drill rap, or he just regular rap?
He been trying to make music. That's what I respect about it, though. He ain't trying to do the easy thing, like doing what everybody else doing. Like, I've been, even the beats that he been picking, I've been like fucking with. Like, okay, nah. Like, he got this one beat. It's kind of old school, but the way he rap on it is like, it's new. It's him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, this shit hard. Like, you know. So I just told him just make music how he feel. He be saying some funny shit sometimes. I be like, oh, this nigga on his bullshit.
So gotta be on your bullshit.
But what I like about it is like, first of all, I told him he did better than a lot of niggas first time in the studio, bro. I just seen some shit. So he should feel good about that. And then secondly, bro, he like going. That's another good indication.
Yeah.
So we going again this weekend.
Shit.
Yeah. And he to dudes he fucking with, like, they kind of tapped in with the industry already. You know what I'm saying? They fucking with him because he on the show.
Yeah.
They trying to like you on this show, you need to take advantage of this moment right now, because you might A lot of niggas be on something one season, they never on again.
Wait. Shasha was the main character?
Nah, he not a main character, but he trying to get scenes here and there. But that's how you get there, you know. You little scene, they fuck with you, they hit you up. We want you again.
Hell
Fuck with
yeah.
your energy. You got a story behind you.
Pay give out that LA rap vibe. Nah, I think Pay more like a Pay. I'm not trying to like gas it, but Pay remind me of those rappers like like Kanye don't give off a Chicago vibe, but he's from Chicago. And I'm not trying to compare him to Kanye per se. What I'm saying is like universal music. Like he could this shit niggas could listen to that in Europe, New York, Michigan. You don't have an accent like it's strong. You know what I'm saying? I listen to some LA rappers, bro. Like they be saying slang that you will not know if you're not in LA.
I do
Hell
too.
yeah.
Yeah, but you don't do it as much. Like some of these niggas, like they say they gang slang. Like niggas don't even like
You like, nigga, what?
yeah, like now
That's
my
what I
Nigga,
like
what?
about Pat. He don't sound like a regular LA nigga. He don't.
nah. You sound like I have to say anything, bro. I say like you sound like he from like you could be from anywhere from Philly, New York, LA to
To the
Denver.
Midwest.
But no, yeah, like if niggas would be like, yo, Pay was from Philly.
Except St. Louis. You know you're not making that Nelly type of red.
Nah,
I'm
he
not
said,
giving.
like, for example, you're like Crip Mac, like C Mac, like niggas know he from LA. It's no, I never even heard a Crip Mac song. I'll be honest with you.
He don't rap.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yes, he does. That's all.
I never heard a song.
Good. I
Nah,
hate him.
I would not want to hear that nigga rap.
his voice sound mad annoying.
It's really, I don't know. Niggas from his hood fuck with him though, you know, and that'd be strong enough for LA shit.
But that's a fact. That's like same thing with New York too. It's like, bro, it's two cities that if you could just get your hood and they fuck with you heavy. It's Chicago too, because that's how them niggas did it.
That's
They
how
just
Blueface would.
yeah, they won their hood and then first of all, it's a lot of niggas who blow up without getting your hood to cosign, and that's crazy because I'm gonna tell you, if you do get your hood to cosign, your career lasts longer. Cause niggas gonna be fucking with you, like even when nobody else fuck with you, niggas gonna be bumping your music. Like you don't really need it though. I hate to say it because like music is so easy to get out.
Now, I honestly think the city gonna fuck with me. Like,
Nigga, they have no doubt to fuck with you.
You know why? Cause you're a good representation of the city. What I mean by that, like, bro, like you ain't no bum ass nigga. Hey, you ain't divisive. Like a lot of niggas, cause you're not in the game. So it's like everybody can play your music in the city.
yeah, niggas ain't gonna be like, why you playing that pay me over here?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, no funny shit, bro. Like, my shit pop off. I really want to make New York movies again. Like, movies in New York using real locations about shit that go on in the city. Cause back in the day, bro, like you used to watch the Martin Scorsese movies, like Goodfellas and shit. Like, that was like some real New York shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's something about
Yeah.
like you can't shoot New York and LA. Yeah, they definitely. But your shit mad tweaking. We gotta get you a iPad or something, nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna give me an iPad. Cause my mama calling me. I gotta have a podcast phone and the streaming phone because everybody cannot be calling me.
Now, no funny shit. When you get into streaming, you get mad at niggas calling you. You really start not liking them. Like you be like, niggas, you know when I stream.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember I first got on, CH. If I would get a phone call and the room was lit, I used to cuss motherfuckers out.
So like, I ain't gonna. I be thinking about like, I like being kind of distant from New York in a sense too, right? Because it's like one thing I think New York really needs right now, especially with the politics, is an outsider. Somebody who could come to the city and try to help it because these insiders, they too corrupt. They too already in tune with the system to do anything, bro.
Bam. Y'all don't need an outsider because DJ Academics, he was an outsider.
I'm talking about music wise. I'm talking about the city, nigga. We need people to be able to afford to live in the city. Like LA too. You can't make a city where niggas can't live. Like, think about this, bro. In order to live, bro, you have to do something outside of a legal job. Like, or you gotta get 6 jobs or some shit.
Yeah, I see my mom work 3 jobs, 3, 4 jobs. So yeah, you right.
And that ain't right. It should take one job, bro, for you to survive, nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, back in the 50s, nigga, one job, literally, nigga. Mom didn't have to work, nigga. She sat home, watched the stories.
And that's why I hate when people from the South complain. I'll be like, bro, y'all renting $800. Like
That's why they be flexing. That's why they be flexing because they
yeah,
should be
niggas
that
from the
low.
South, they really be like, they be getting new shoes, and I'll be like, bro, if rent was 800, I'll be the freshest nigga to death. Cause I remember it was a nigga from saying he was from Kansas City. He was trying to flex on me and Bam a year ago, saying like, "Oh, I got the Yeezys." He was like, "Bro,
Easy."
yeah." I was trying to say his dad. I was like, "Bro, rent is 500."
His rent, look, I looked up the average rent in his zip code. Yeah, the shit was like 490. It said some shit like that. Like, it wasn't even 500. But that's what I was saying. Like, I told him, shit, my shit was 490. I have all the Yeezys too, nigga.
I'll be at every club. I'll be in Atlanta every week.
You know what though? I wouldn't though. You know, because I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I like buying sneakers. Like, me and Pay, we love buying sneakers. But sometimes I be feeling guilty about that shit. I be like, damn, I could put that towards something real. Like, because these, no matter how much you take care of your sneakers, it's not gonna last more than 5 years if you wear them. But
My threes lasted 5 years, but my threes look beat the fuck up now.
My shit last 5 years.
no, I'm saying it could last 5 years, but after that, I'm just saying it's never gonna last more than some shit that you really put money like invest.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I
Like,
remember
for example, right? The money you put into your album, like that album's forever. Like, that's never going to. You could have bought 20 pair of sneakers. You would not see them, none of them in 10 years, just moving. Like, nigga, I be thinking about clothes that I had. I be like, how the fuck did it just disappear? I don't know when did this happen. I threw it in the wash. Then one day it just wasn't there. It just be like, yo, like.
And it'd be the exclusive shit too.
Yo, if you all. Around check some of these people I know closets. I'll be seeing some shit.
See your whole summer. Your whole summer be up there.
No, but like I'll be thinking like so like, bro, most definitely this shit. I think this shit is gonna be a crazy year for everybody though, because first of all, this COVID shit still happening. Everybody thinking this shit just gonna stop.
I don't even want to talk about COVID. I heard the dumbest shit on the news today about COVID.
On the news.
So they were saying people was getting COVID at a higher chance when we had the lockdown, and I'm like, no, the fuck not.
No, what they were saying is this. No. They're saying is that more people died of COVID since the era of the vaccine and Biden than under Trump.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's some smart shit.
I was reading this article today, not to get too political on this, but they were talking about it was like this like liberal newspaper, but they was just saying how Biden is so bad they're making even bad president like Trump look good.
I mean, I want 45 back as soon as possible.
And I heard we might go to war with Russia. We might be at war with them niggas by next week. Biden sending more troops over to the different borders.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Biden, he's gonna make our like military kind of like not as strong as it should be. Because I feel like I don't.
I wouldn't think that though. I don't even think. One thing I know is that, bro, the military be operating no matter who president, bro. That shit is.
I understand, but I want a president that our military who loves, and
you know that's not their military job to love the president. Their job to do their fucking job.
That's true.
That's what it takes. You mean love? That's not your job. Is auxiliary forces. Follow orders.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Everybody want an opinion. You got fucking Navy SEALs writing books. Everybody want to be a celebrity.
So damn, because I've been like, I'm not gonna lie. So in the year 2024, because the way it's looking, I see a lot of people saying 45 should be back in office. You think people gonna do that again or what?
I mean, he gonna run again, definitely. He's a narcissist, bro. He thinks that he was cheated, so he in his mind, it's like I can still win. And I think he will win if he run. I think if he runs against Biden, I think it's if the Republicans just all back him from the jump and nobody runs against him, they just back him. Bro, he's gonna sweep back to the White House. He's gonna be number 45 and 47.
He gonna be MJ number 45. I don't know who the fuck is number 47. But yeah, Pay, what you doing?
He's lighting that.
Okay. Shit, I'm over here playing with my lighter.
You ain't got no. I got a whole nother blunt right here.
I'm about to roll. As soon as the podcast done.
Yo, but nah, I ain't gonna front. I've been reading some crazy dope books. Like that's what I love about history, bro. That shit. Yo, I was listening to this new podcast, right? I was gonna send it to JT because you know JT obsessed with America like me.
Yeah.
And it's called like, let me see what it's called. I got it right here. I was listening to this shit earlier. Let's see some shit. What's this shit? Audible. I ain't podcasting so long. I just love being on here.
Oh God.
Well, this shit, the podcast.
How many more topics we got left?
Huh?
How many more topics we got left?
I'm just talking. So look, the podcast is called This American President, right? And it's just different stories about the history of presidents in America, right?
Yeah.
First one is about how like George Washington was like America's first action hero, which is real too. Like that motherfucker did a lot of crazy shit. And but this one I watched is the last one I listened to is about the election of 1876. Niggas said back in the day, newspapers would just lie. They just make up shit. They ain't give a fuck.
I feel like they still
I can imagine.
Niggas say he was like in researching this podcast, even though people today hate the news, I promise you, our ancestors were way worse when it comes to making shit up. We talked about one incident where a bunch of Republicans was in the White House and they gave a speech with a bloody shirt about how, you know, a northerner had moved to the South and tried to set up a farm and a bunch of KKK members beat him. But there was never a bloody shirt. That shit was a total made up story. So they were saying how like anytime a Republican would bring up slavery or the Civil War to push a crazy law, they would call them blood shirts. Like it was just like, or blood shirt and was like a word for just saying, just bringing up slavery just cause, you know what I mean? It just like, they was like, niggas was fighting at the election polls. Like,
oh, for real, I could imagine. Probably, most likely.
You gotta understand, right? So in the 1860s, when the blacks first get the right to vote, it was more blacks and whites in the South. So automatically, blacks dominated the election down there. So it's like,
what city was that in?
That was all throughout the South. So basically, like that's what the KKK started for, to try to intimidate black people not to vote. But it wasn't really working because they had like northern troops like in the South, like stationed there just to make sure shit don't pop off. But like by 1876, shit was getting crazy. Like niggas was fighting every day. Like, and you know, sometimes you'll have like a mob of black dudes just run down on white guys and shoot them up too. Like it wasn't just a one-way fight. You know what I mean? People think pussy back in the day, like niggas just getting beat up. Like going home and shit. Like it's coming
niggas ain't pussy.
It's crazy. I ain't gonna find. I like that's why I like read it because I be learning like crazy stories and shit. I'm reading a book right now about a nigga he broke, and in the book so far, he's thinking about killing his landlady because he owe her so much rent. He knows she about to put him out. So it's like it's some other shit, but it's called Crime and Punishment. You know what I'm saying? It's like people crazy, bro. That's my new. So look, my new theory is like I think most people think the world is good and we corrupt it, right? But I think that the world is actually fucked up and we work really hard to make it better. But it's really hard because it's so easy being a fucked up person and winning. Like even Facebook, like you watch that movie, it's about this dude who backstabs his friends and shit, start this company, become a billionaire, and he's the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
That tells you anything about this generation. It's like whatever it takes to get ahead. That's like back in the day when they used to hit niggas up on Instagram, try to get you into schemes. Wake up now. You know, you get 10 people to sign up 10 people. After they sign up 10 people, you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Hey, that had motherfuckers in the pandemic. What do you think they was balling?
We're gonna look back at the pandemic with fucking embarrassment. When our kids found out that they gave us like hundreds of millions of dollars and we just went shopping. Like, niggas used the pandemic relief funds for their business. Niggas was just starting businesses just to get the money.
Oh God.
Niggas was like, oh damn. Niggas was telling nigga Dre was saying that niggas in LA was telling the government that they kids was unemployed actors on Nickelodeon.
And niggas was saying that.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel so bad for those kids.
They out of line.
No, I ain't gonna front though. If New York niggas could do it, they would though. But that's the funny shit, bro. Y'all niggas.
Shit, if I was able to use that for my godson, I'd have used it. Oh my mama.
Niggas said they was on the Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. They was putting that. Niggas said they had to submit a resume of the shows they was on.
iCarly.
Yeah, niggas gonna go to jail.
Which episode you said it was again? You know they recorded that, right?
They gonna say, yo, take the little nigga too.
She was on episode 23, but they took her scene out. But she got paid for that day.
That's crazy. They probably say some shit like that, bro. That's what she make money on.
That shit be happening.
They get y'all LA, y'all some scheming niggas, bro. I like that.
I mean, my mom tried to get me into acting when I was younger too.
Mine's dead.
I was doing all this fucking. She was taking me to all these fucking. What are they called?
They had me do a shoot at Century City. Never again.
What's that shit called? Oh God, no. What's this shit called? Oh, audition.
Oh yeah.
My mom used to set up dumb auditions for me and shit. Like,
Touche.
oh my God. I was Touche in the building. What's up, Touche? We got the beautiful Touche in the building.
That's the homegirl from Vallejo.
Part of the swag. Part of my swag. I've been in my bag.
Shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, no funny shit. I'm high right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Me too. I got one little blunt. I try to think, right? So I don't know if I want to listen to another one of these president podcasts.
President podcast.
Nah, you know, I like that. Yeah, I was telling this nigga, bro, I'm listening to this new podcast. They tell stories about different presidents, right? But you would think they boring. Nah, they began to like shit like them niggas having sex scandals behind us, like they real life, like bro, like niggas
get crazy.
Presidents, yeah, like the first one's on George Washington, how he was like an action hero, and I knew that kind of. It's so sad. They was like how they need to redo the picture on the dollar and put young George Washington, bro.
Why it was vicious?
Is he? Yeah, bro. He started the first real World War.
Oh, that's vicious.
22 years old. They said he's.
Yeah, that's me. I'm crying. They
sent him up to Pennsylvania to what now is Pittsburgh, you know, and he saw some Indians, some French people, you know, gathering. And he's like, yo, these niggas up to no good. And he let off some shots, killed a bunch of them. And that's that. France, some get back. And then it started all the other countries are getting down with the war. got crazy.
Nah, young George Washington looked like a gangster.
Bro, it was one battle in 1755, bro. His side was losing, right? He was on the British at the time. They was losing against the French.
Yeah.
And this nigga just started riding his horse up and down, telling his men to shoot. And niggas was taking mad shots at him, and people around him all dying, right? After the battle, he looked in his clothes. Bullets had went through 4 parts of his clothes, but didn't hit his flesh.
Bam.
That's crazy.
Chief, like a year later, that was fighting against him, and the Indian chief said, "We stopped firing at you because we kept shooting at you, and you wouldn't get hit, and we just thought you was like God or some shit, like a god." So,
Hey, so Bam, I want to ask you this question. Since we talk about who you think was the most gangster president?
Andrew Jackson, even though he's probably one of the most evil, but he had like real shootouts. Like this nigga was doing gangster shit.
Going crazy.
Fucking, I read a biography about him. I was surprised. Like he didn't give a fuck about nothing, and his mentality is that if you killed the man, you won the argument. So, he didn't give a fuck about nothing. Like for example, right when he wanted to remove the Indians from Georgia, because his idea was this: he's going to remove the Indians from Florida, Georgia, Tennessee. And then you're gonna buy the land for cheap and sell it back to people who moved in. So for him,
that's crazy.
$1 deal. So he's president now. And he's doing this as president. Too. Bro, president now. The nigga removes the Indians, right? That's Trail of Tears. The Supreme Court said you're not allowed to do this. This is illegal. And he straight up tells them, but I have the army. You don't. We sent the army, removed them. I mean, I know his wife. She was a big show. She was married to him and another man at the same time. Basically, he was fucking the other man's woman. Then he took her, moved her in, and when the man said something, talk shit to him, he called them out. And the man was scared to have the shootout. So in that time, if you didn't show up to the duel, you like was a bitch.
You was a pussy, yeah.
No, he also was fighting in the Revolutionary War at 13. He got this nigga guy. He got slashed across his face for not snitching on people. People was hiding out. He was kidnapped by the British. And you ever remember the movie The Patriot?
The what?
You ever seen The Patriot?
The Patriot. Yeah, I seen The Patriot.
All right, so The Patriot's about the niggas in South Carolina, and that's where Andrew Jackson's originally from. And the Tarleton, the guy with the green jacket, the evil nigga was burning shit. He's the one who captured Andrew Jackson.
Damn.
Yeah, torture. So that's why in the Battle of New Orleans, when Andrew Jackson attacked the British, and even though they surrendered, he still attacked them. He's a big. I think he's probably the most gangster, and he created the modern Democratic Party because the first Democratic Party is Thomas Jefferson, but there's a big difference. But his Democratic Party was straight popular because he's the reason why you get to vote for president, Andrew Jackson. You know that?
Yeah. He said he's what?
He's the reason why we get to vote for president. When country was started, people didn't vote for president. We voted for our congressmen, and they voted.
Oh shit!
But Andrew Jackson changed that shit. He was like, "Fuck that direct." Poor people. He was like, he's the poor, but he was rich. He was like, he grew up poor. I said he was like a rapper. To me, I hate to say it like that. I feel like if the nigga was today, he'd probably be a psycho white rapper.
I'm crying. It's funny because I know I really don't be paying attention to history, but I'll be paying attention. Like, I didn't do my work in history, but I paid attention to what I'm going to say. You feel me? And they don't be telling me the shit you be telling me, bro. They never told. They don't tell niggas the shit.
They should, because they make that shit look black and white. And it's about people like me and you. You know what I'm saying? That's really who make history. Regular people who work hard. A lot of this shit is crazy. That's why when I'm writing the book Wars of the Sun, and essentially I'm building a world, and I try to stay real to that same concept. Like I don't make perfect people. Just put on a lot of makeup per se, go out to the public and put on a face. Because that's where the word persona comes from, right? Personality. It comes from the Greek word.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
You go out in the public, you put on a mask. We all do it.
That shit don't make no sense, bro.
I think it's like you have to though. You know what it is, right? It's like a lot of who you are is really based on the environment around you. All of us.
Yeah,
Like the reason why you like young boys because you like environment. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that you was culminated to the fact that his music resonated with you for some reason.
that speaks facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe I don't know. I be thinking like how much control we really are. Like, oh no, this shit crazy.
Oh, that shit is different, bro. That nigga's he sounds like the most gangster nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. Trump was gangster, but I don't like that nigga.
Trump was gangster, but he wasn't. See, that's the difference. It's like so when Trump got into office, you know, one of the first things he did was hold up a picture of Andrew Jackson in the Oval Office, and it was a symbol. And what I think it was Andrew Jackson. Like I said, Andrew Jackson, he represented gritty, like you know, like the farmers in America who couldn't read and shit. You know, that's what he represented. That's what Trump is.
I can't hear you. Hey yo, JT, you gotta mute your mic, bro.
Got you.
I got you. But yeah, no, I think he represented that person in a sense. He was gangster, but like I ain't gonna front. Yeah, Andrew Jackson definitely at the top of the list though, because I'm trying to think of any other president that was even close. I mean, just his he probably killed more people than any other president too. Personally, that motherfucker was nuts.
For real, that nigga sound. Did they got a movie about that nigga like in general?
You know why? Because he's real controversial because he fit with the Indians, you know. And it's so funny, right? Because he's on a $20 bill, and one of the things he's most famous for is getting rid of the federal bank. He hated banks. He's like, you know, like he it's because he owes a lot of money. And if you get rid of the person you owe money to, you don't owe money.
So that's probably why they put him in there. They put him in there, so now you gotta stay in here forever.
Yo, and it's crazy because a lot of Native Americans they was pushing for the Harriet Tubman 20s because they own casinos. And he's like the most hated president of my Native Americans ever. I mean, motherfucker was crazy. He's different.
Well, the beginning of America was.
But you know what's so crazy? It's weird because everybody else, the nigga wasn't all evil. It's easy to say he's all evil, but that motherfucker was popular then, and he's still popular now. And they should make a movie about him though, because like he definitely like, bro, I think he was the first American president born in America. I'm not sure if that's 100%, but meaning born in America when it was no, he wasn't because he was born before it was United States of America.
Oh shit!
But he comes from that because like you gotta understand, like you got the Washingtons and the Jeffersons. They're the first generation of Americans. You get what I'm saying? And they have their vision of the world, and they're really different than Jefferson's era. One, the first generation of Americans wasn't that religious. Like they weren't really that religious. Like Jefferson and John Adams is the most religious out of them.
Yeah.
And because of that, you see things. The reason why we got things like freedom of religion. But that second generation of Americans was actually going through religious like movements. So like one of the reasons is because there's a lot of new immigrants coming over. It's like there's a new wave of white people coming and they're different. And now they're Catholics and they're not all the same as we were. So they're trying to wait till like people start getting more religious. And you see that culminating into the point where like by the time you see like Andrew Jackson's era, and then you gotta say Andrew Jackson's a superstar in America. He was a hero, a war hero. He was very popular, and he wasn't like that type of man who, like he's like a Trump, the type of guy who says what he says. You know, he don't give a fuck what you think. And I think that was at a time where America was trying to be like, I think masculine in a weird way. Like in a sense, right? You know what I'm saying? Like separate, like the founding fathers were all proper and shit, the wig.
The wig is crazy.
Have wigs in his era. They was just
They
a
head
A
was
lot
itching.
of
That's why.
American presidents had wigs on.
well, like the first
Yeah.
5 or 6, you know what I'm saying? That was the fashion of the day.
And their head was fucked up. They was sick and their head was fucked up.
Yeah. And they're all
Some
a bunch of tragic lives. Like, George Washington actually never wanted to be president. He wrote to his brother that when he took the office, he felt like becoming president was like traveling to your death, like going to the death gallery. And like the only reason he was president because he was the only person in America that everyone liked. It's like that Superman figure. This nigga just won the war against the greatest empire that the world has ever seen. Like that was impossible. And then he was losing much of the first part. The real miracle of him is the fact that he didn't die in the first 2 years of the war. Like he gets to New York and the New Yorkers don't accept him. They're not feeding him. So he has to travel Valley Forge, New Jersey and shit. And, spends the winter freezing, men are dying. And then back then they were signing the because remember, there's no real America. So people are signing little contracts to fight for 1 year. And nigga, the year was running up. And he's thinking he about to lose his army and shit. And they convinces them to fight for 1 more month, which ends up turning to another year, you know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit. It's crazy because, like, we definitely should have lost that war. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. It's crazy how even like from the beginning, it's just like popularity will fuck some shit up, nigga. Popularity will fuck some shit up, nigga. Popularity be making decisions, be making people make decisions off of popularity. You feel me?
Yo, it's so crazy. Yo, it's so crazy how we really vote off of just popularity too. No, it's
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he won. Like I could see that. Like he was just a popular ass because there's always somebody. I don't care. Like it's not in school. Went to work. I've been a lot of places, bro. There's always a popular motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, and that shit is just different, bro. That's
You
just
know who else
something
was
to
a
look at.
badass too who don't get credit? Lincoln. Lincoln was a professional fighter. You know that? No, for real.
What kind of fighter?
He's backwoods Kentucky, like fight to niggas broken jaws. Like they used to call it something like all out fighting. It was like a style of fighting where sometimes a nigga might pull out a knife and kill his motherfucker who they fighting against. It was big wages, usually outside of saloons in the woods of Kentucky. And it was like wrestling in a sense, throwing nigga over the table, bare fist, breaking jaws. You talk about a man who was about 6'5" or some shit like that. He's a big man.
Yeah, that nigga was big as fuck.
He's also sold into indentured servitude by his father. That's one of the reasons he's real anti-slavery. When he was 9 years old, his father sold him to a man to work for the man because they were so poor.
Damn, my nigga.
He was a genius politician. Like, I ain't even gonna front. A lot of the shit he did, it's so crazy. Like, the fact that he got killed really, I'll say this. If Lincoln would have lived like another 10 years, Black lives would have been much better today. Because he wasn't above using force. Like, that was the thing about him. Like, as much as he was this brilliant lawyer, like, he proved to be a great war president. He knew how to fight a war. And like he understood technology, like bro, he really made the world more technological. He's the reason why we started building fucking railroads out west, and the reason why the West really became the West.
Sure, probably, bro.
He's not friendly to Indians though, at all.
I'm convinced that everybody's racist.
You know what I think it was though? I've been reading books, right, about that period. And I was thinking about William T. Sherman because he's one of Lincoln's favorite generals, Battle of Atlanta. And he wrote about how he just felt that white men lives and Indian lives were incompatible. I think that was like the feeling of the era. Like, for example, they felt like it was the destiny of the white man to take America, right? Like it was going to happen eventually. And it happened, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So, like, why are we wasting time pretending to make treaties with them and we just conquer them? Yo, that was the thing, and it's like, and
That's
it
fucked up.
and it fucked up, right? But I think like if you think from a European perspective, right? Like these are people who go to war with each other, conquer each other routinely. You know what I'm saying? So for them,
That nigga sound like you.
huh? Now Sherman,
That nigga sound like you, bro.
nah. But you know that's the
I
weird
listen
part of
to
it. Like we take over countries and then give it back. I just don't understand that part. That's
you. Just let niggas know that they can
One
do
thing
it.
I do like is we take over a country, we keep we keep a military base over there. So bitches, it is our shit.
that shit. Like you know what it does though. That builds. You go to Okinawa, Japan. Them niggas do not like the Americans there.
All I'm
Because
gonna say is this. Mm, the thing I like about that we have a military bases. Say one of our parents was in the military, you know, and they at that base, and you know they pregnant. We still American.
that's
You
true.
feel me?
We like one of the only countries that get attacked. Like I'm talking about, like as far as character wise. Like when I talk to people from other countries,
Yeah, you know,
they talk about Americans crazy.
but you know why? I think Americans hate America, man. It's cool to hate America, and
Hey,
and
hey,
I the reason is because people don't really know the true story of America. When I hear things people say, like I just be like, some of the shit might be partly true, but you gotta understand everything about it, you know. And then we didn't live then.
hey, what killed me is when people say people hate you cause hate somebody else because they think America's a good country. You really get slack for saying that.
Now, look, let me tell you, right? I was talking to somebody in Stitch Room, and he was talking out bad about America because he a black dude. He said, you know, I lived in China, and some girl brought up this incident where some black guy killed somebody in China, so they expelled all the black people from the city. And just made everybody just leave and shit. And he was like, well, you know, they apologized for that on TV. So I was like, what about like Mao, the founder of modern China, and how his policies killed maybe between 45 to 100 million people? And you know what the kid said? He said, well, that was just mismanagement. And I was like, wait a second, bro. Think about this. Imagine your mismanagement started killing people. Like, if you were a doctor and you mismanage and kill two people, you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. And it's like, and I feel like you gotta appreciate a country that allows you to hate it, and I think that's a good thing. So it's sort of refreshing to hear people talk shit, just to know that you still could. Like you gotta have a clue because like you can actually make this shit better. That's the good thing about America. Like it makes it possible. You know, that's the good thing about popularity contests. All you gotta do is get popular.
Yeah,
Like you said, bro. Like
all you
Obama
gotta do.
popular, bro. Like that motherfucker was popular. No disrespect for calling him a motherfucker, but
Still
like
is.
he still is. No, and the thing is just like it's crazy because I was 18 when he ran for president, and just to see that shit, I was like, nah, this is really different. Like,
Bell,
what's up?
I actually like that. Oh, but Obama was the first president that you had growing that you had as an adult, and Obama was the first real president that I had. I didn't know what the fuck George Bush was doing. I didn't know we had a presidential election until motherfucker Obama because I took that shit serious. And like I was really watching, and like seeing Obama go for president, that's what really made me want to get up and vote as soon as I turned 18. And I don't miss not a single voting stand.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I'll be thinking about the entire history of the world, right? And the thing about democracies is like the shit we live in, they always destroy itself. And the reason is because like it's a natural cycle. Like because you could just change the law, like you said, based on popularity, right?
Yeah,
Like once people start cheating, and I think that's the point we at now, where it's like both the parties accuse each other of cheating. So now people gonna start cheating just because they think the other people cheating. And then once you get there, shit get crazy because then it's like if they cheating, how you stop people from cheating? Where you shoot them, intimidate them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think we're gonna live during a crazy time. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think any of y'all gonna have boring lives.
yeah.
Yeah, you talk about some crazy, and it's gonna be alright though. You know? That's the way of the world. Like this shit, ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? The security that we have, but I think one of the reasons why the rest of the world have perspectives about us is because of the PR, bro. Like, look at what they see, bro. Like, one, like we love rap music, but if you like a white kid from Norway and you see like Chief Keef, that scares the fuck out of you because it's so foreign.
I can't say that because they look up to that now.
They
Like,
like it, but they don't like it in their backyard. See, they like it from afar. Once a nigga move to like,
bro, I can't. Boom. They are drill rapping in Italy now.
listen. That's the
Yeah.
look at what they did to ASAP Rocky when he went over there.
They said Rocky. He's like, I don't look at him as
See, that's the thing. They don't know the difference. They don't care. Like the people in power. So you talk about the people doing drill music. Like those are the poor people in Italy. Those are the disenfranchised. They're not the people in power. So like, and it's not just the music. It's the motherfucking Honey Boo Boo Child shit too. It's fucking twerking. Yo, I was watching some shit. They was showing how because TikTok is created by China, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Chinese government owns that shit, and they were talking how like the TikTok version of China, it rewards you for doing like good shit. Like people who do shit like math problems, solve big math problems, or do engineering, like they build robots, right? So you get a lot of follows for that. But in America, you get follows for like drinking and freaking and just challenges. It's really challenges, And they were saying how they think it's like this kind of like social engineering in a way to make us like care less about productive shit while they just start taking over that. Nothing kind of them niggas don't play fair.
Hey, you know what's crazy? We like the only country though, like for real, like that. Like I know they be getting ratchet in different countries, but I don't know. Like most of the time, nigga, you gonna see a whole bunch of ass shaking, a whole bunch of this and that going on out here, bro. Like imagine how that shit looks to other people outside. Like this is a big ass fucking party over there, nigga. What
Nah,
the fuck?
but you know what though? What's scary is like the rest of the world is actually copying us. Cause you know what I think it is? Like it's right. It's like it's easy to just shake your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with it. Like it's a place for that in every society. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but it's like even when I see like the politics now, like no funny shit, I do not know why presidents go on the Breakfast Club. Like I get it, want to get the black vote, but nigga, I'm sorry, but back in the day, the presidents didn't go on hip hop shows, bro. It was like that was the president, nigga. Like he was that nigga.
Y'all need to come to him.
Come to the White House, and
No,
that's what they do. Bring that OG shit back to the office. Like I really think once you become president, you should drop your party, so you can just piss everybody off. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't work for y'all no more. Fuck y'all. I ain't running. No, straight up. Just do what you gotta do. We gonna wrap this shit up though. But I'm gonna holler at y'all niggas. We're gonna
most
be
definitely.
we're gonna try to do this shit a little earlier, like
gang.
Yeah.
all right, bro. You be easy, Pay. Bro, you
Pay,
be
which I
easy.
gotta go to work.
I ain't going.
This nigga Pay. I'm gonna hit you up.
All right.
All right.
Mm, mm.